Yes, very good afternoon to all the participants in this special series of programs for law interns. It's in the series of domain subjects. So in this program, we have expert in cyber law and cyber crimes, Mr. Nisheeth Dixit, advocate. I'll be very brief in introducing our resource person for today. Nisheeth Dixit is a law graduate from University of Rajasthan, and after doing his LLB, he has done LLM from Guru Gobind Singh Indraprasth University in New Delhi. He specializes in cyber law and cyber crime, and thereafter he has done his MBA, and presently he is pursuing his PhD from IIT Delhi. He started his practice in the year 2001 and is practicing in multifarious fields, and practice in cyber law is his choicest field. So I have already circulated the CV, so you can all go through the CV and you can see how impressive his CV is and how much sought after resource person he is. He is going into these training programs in state judicial academies, central detective institutes, police academies, and many other institutions of eminence. So welcome, Mr. Nisheeth Dixit. So welcome to this special program. So in this program, we are joined by law interns, law researchers, our trainee judicial officers, and many judicial officers after completing their court work also have joined, and in due course, this participants number would swell up. So welcome all the participants, and without taking much of your time, I'll request Mr. Nisheeth Dixit to start the deliberations on cyber law and cyber crimes. Yes, please.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Rajesh sir and Jammu and Kashmir Judicial Academy for your kind invitation pertaining to the session on cyber law and cyber crime. So to start with the general discussion pertaining to cyber crime and cyber law, we have to understand what exactly cyber crime is. For a layman, cybercrime means any crime committed in cyberspace, where cyberspace has been used to commit cybercrime. So there are so many issues, but which law enforcement agencies are facing. That whether it is cybercrime, whether it is IT Act crime, whether it is IPC crime, whether it is under conventional act or not. So we will discuss at length what exactly law enforcement agencies are facing when they are in investigation, when they are lodging FIR, when they are having complaint. So exactly what is cyberspace? Cyberspace where internet works or data is processed. So the term cyberspace literally means navigable space, and cyber is derived from the Greek word kyber. So first time in Neuromancer novel written by William Gibson, he described cyberspace as the creation of a computer network in a world filled with artificially intelligent beings. So regarding cyber criminology, it's a very favorite subject of mine. That what is cyber criminology? Cyber criminology is defined as the study of causation of crimes that occur in cyberspace and its impact in the physical space. So there are so many challenges we will go through by so many case studies regarding cyber criminology and who are cyber criminals, what is the motive behind cyber crime. So it's a really very challenging and very fascinating topic, okay, because young generation are now tech savvy, new law enforcement agencies, police officers are coming with new technical backgrounds. They are MTech, they are MSc, they are MSc computer science. So we will be having a lot of stuff in our investigation agencies right now. So now we are having like cyber army in our law enforcement agencies to tackle these type of crimes, because in upcoming days we will be having so many challenges regarding internet of things, internet of everything. Every device will be connected with the internet. So as a law enforcement agency, as a public prosecutor, as a defense lawyer, as a judicial officer, honorable judges, there are so many challenges regarding digital evidence collection in cybercrime means domain. But digital evidence is related to any crime, type of crime, like murder or other narcotics cases and other things also. So there are so many challenges because Information Technology Act was enacted in 2000, and till today in 2020, there was only one amendment in 2008, and between 12 years, in 2008 and between 2020, there are so many type of crimes have been mushroomed by cyber criminals. They are coming with new technologies like Trojan bombs, like logic bombs, like malware, like stalkware, like keyloggers. There are so many type of modus operandi. There are so many types of instruments they have developed to commit these types of sophisticated crimes. So again, we are very much in trouble regarding technological issues. So regarding technology, we have one act. Regarding technology act, we have only one act, that is Information Technology Act 2000. So what is cybercrime? Again, where a criminal has used the cyberspace to commit cybercrime. What is cyberspace? Where internet works or data is processed. So in a very old definition for cybercrime is a term used to broadly describe criminal activity in which computers or computer networks are a very tool, a target of a or a place of criminal activity, and include everything from electronic tracking to denial of service. So crime where a computer is the target of a crime means a criminal has hacked your system. It means your system has been targeted. Second, your system has been used as a tool for the crime. Somebody has hacked your Wi-Fi. Somebody has used your internet time. Somebody has used your data hours. Somebody has intruded in your system and using your system as a sleeping cell, and using your system as a zombies, using your system as a botnets to commit DDoS attack. That is known as distributed denial of service attack. We will discuss when we will discuss section 43F of ITA. So your system can be targeted, your system can be used as a tool for cybercrime, or your system can be used for place of criminal activity, that incident to commission of crime, like forgery of content, creating a forged electronic record, creating a porn content, creating a child porn content, altering any data. So in cybercrime definition, we can use this type of tools, that where cybercrime has been committed by using cyberspace, where computer has been targeted, where computer has been used as a tool, or where computer has been used as a place of criminal activity. Thus, the concept of cybercrime is just a combination of crime and computer resource. So, computers, what is computer resource? Computer resource is a very important definition in IT Act. Computer resource means computer, computer system, computer network, data, database, software. So it includes everything. So somebody has used computer resource means communication device. It may be computer, it may be computer system, it may be computer resource, database to commit a crime. So that is cybercrime. So cybercrimes are committed while in the cyberspace. They include crimes like cyber terrorism, intellectual property infringement, hacking, industrial espionage, online child exploitation, internet usage policy abuses, illegal purchase of goods, sexual assault, internet fraud, software piracy, viruses, impersonation, and many more. So we have categorized cybercrimes into three parts, but there is a very important, paper published by Senate Hall, that what is cybercrime. So they classified cybercrime to four parts. First is data crimes. Data crime includes data interception. Second, data modification. Third, data theft. So I have one case in Jaipur and Delhi where a client has sent a jewelry item to Italy. The purchaser received that consignment in Italy. The jewelry was delivered to Italy country. So he sent an email to my client that I have received the shipment consignment. You can raise the invoice. So my client sent an email to that Italy client, 1 crore 30 lakhs with Swift account, ICICI bank account details. The person, the hacker, intercepted that email. He stopped in transit that email. He modified that content. He changed the bank account address with AB number Australia, and he sent that email to the Italy client. So the person who was intercepting my client's content, my client's mail, he modified that content, he altered the content, he changed the bank account address, and the 1 crore 30 lakhs was transferred to Australian account. So this is dangerous thing because it's very easy to commit cybercrime right now. It's very easy. It is difficult to investigate cybercrimes, and most difficult is to prove before honorable court. So these are some issues I want to describe in this manner, that what is cybercrime. So data crimes include data interception, data modification, data theft. Then we are having network crimes. includes interfering with the functions of a computer network by inputting, transmitting, damaging, modifying, or suppressing any network data. Now we have access crimes, refer to unauthorized access and virus dissemination. So somebody is using your system without your permission, or somebody is authorized to access your system, but somebody has exceeded that authority. So exceeding authorized access is also known as unauthorized access. So we will discuss section 43A, content related crimes such as violation of copyright, unsolicited commercial messaging, cyber threats, and other things also. So who are these cyber criminals? If you go through by case studies, they are programmers who develops and exploits malwares. They are distributors. They are technological experts. They are hackers. They are fraudsters. They are hosted system providers who are maintaining your websites, banker in some cases, rogue customers, money launderers, drug traffickers, terrorists for cyber terrorism, state nations like cyber warfare. We are having one country is trying to switch off another countries. They are using this type of terminology, how to switch off the country. So this is the dangerous things. Two countries, famous means well equipped countries have now tested cyber warfare exercise. They have exercised cyber warfare that how to switch off the country. So this is dangerous. Another thing to fail the power grid and to stop to attack DOS attack on air traffic control or other things. These are some cyber warfare issues. Then criminals now the criminals who were committing conventional acts, and now they are equipped with the technology. They are equipped with the tools. They are now updating their skills to commit cyber crimes like you have you heard about Jamthara and Mewat and other issues and other hotspots in India. And what is the motive behind these cyber crimes? As you go through by the NCRB data, the personal revenge is the main mens rea, the criminal intention, the anger, the fraud, the extortion, the causing disrepute, prank, sexual exploitation, political motives, terrorist activities, including terrorist and recruitment and funding, inciting hate against country, disrupt public services or essential services, sale, purchase illegal drugs, developing own business. This is very important part. I will discuss this case study under section 43A and 43B. Then spreading piracy, then psycho or pervert, steal information like for identity theft and data theft or trade secret theft, and abatement to society like blue whale games against children, minors. So abatement to society is a new triple intention pertaining to this cyber domain. So evolution of cybercrime, if we see the evolution of cybercrime in India, in 1980, there were physical attacks on systems, damaging computer vandalism was there. Then networking attacks in 1990. Then email application wireless attacks in 2000. And between 2000 and 2010, there were client mobile phones, social network attacks, and we had one amendment in 2008 because of mushrooming of rapid growth of cyber crimes. After 2000, between 2008 we had one amendment in 2008 by Parliament. We will discuss attacks in cloud after 2014. Now we are having banking malware, keylogger, Bitcoin wallet, phone hijacking, ransomware, Android hack, now cyber warfare. So these are some issues we will discuss in IT Act also. So what is the difference between conventional crimes and cyber crimes? These were some conventional crimes like house trespass, night trespass. Now they are intruding your internet space. Now they are intruding in your system. Same crime, that is house trespass, now internet trespass. Same is spoofing. Have you watched ever the Dule Raja movie that Johnny Lever was impersonating himself like as commissioner of police? I am commissioner of police speaking, right? So now we are having spoofing cases. Means somebody is dialing your number, means calling another person by your using your number. That is spoof call. And then extortion means physical extortion. Now they are extortion means they are doing with internet activities. They are having your data. They are having your habitual habits. They are having everything. Means those websites you are watching, they are sending that type of content to you, and they are taking your photographs like screenshot. They are capturing. They are They are now able to access your microphone and your webcam also. So through webcam, they are capturing your photograph, your private movements. Now they are sending an extortion mails, and the fraud, the documentation fraud, the property loan fraud. Now they are having everything with them. Your Aadhaar number, your voter ID card number. They are getting duplicate SIM cards. Identity theft. Earlier we were means we used to throw our documents in trash bin. Now they are having recycling bins. If we have giving our laptop for repairing to the service center, the service center guy will definitely get all contents available in the system, and we never change our password when we receive a repaired laptop or mobile. So there are so many issues regarding cyber crimes like child exploitation, the physical extortion. Now they are very much able, like pedophiles, they are very much able to exploit a child through online medium. Like POXO, we have 15 section now. Now POXO Amendment 2019, we will discuss when we will discuss section 67B, like child pornography. So there are so many issues related to the conversion of conventional crime into cyber crimes, because they are now updated with the technology, and there is so many challenges. Because if you go through by the 10 most valuable information to cyber criminals, from where they get information like customer information, financial information, strategic plans, board member information, customer passwords, R&D information, M&A information, intellectual property not patented for companies, supplier information, top 10 biggest cyber threats to organizations. And if we go through by the data, phishing, malware, cyber attacks to steal money, fraud, cyber attacks to steal intellectual property, spam, internet attack. Spam, we don't have any law regarding spam. If you go through by the US, Australia, Canada, they have spam act, can spam act they have, but we in India we don't have. Internet attacks, natural disaster, espionage type of crimes. So if we go through by the Indian data, the Chennai records the highest number of cyber attacks in India. Patna, Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Kolkata were some of the most targeted cities by cyber hackers during Q4 2019-20. So there are so many challenges as per NCRB data. If you go through by the NCRB data, so this is the data we have that up to 2018, the cases pending ending of year were 32,400. These are reported cases. If you go through by the original data, means victims are unable to lodge their FIR or complaint before the jurisdiction police, or they are having so many challenges because of this type of crime, cyber crimes, and law enforcement agencies are helpless to means investigate these types of crimes. So there are so many challenges, and they are unable to means track or get data from third party like Facebook or WhatsApp and other companies. So we have one, the major challenge is as per 2018-19 data, crime had identity theft, pendency was 85.4%, cheating 73%, cheating by impersonation 51%. And what was the data of means conviction? Only 35.5% conviction rate in India. So you can easily imagine that what is the actual position in cybercrime investigation and what is the actual position before the courts regarding conviction and acquittal or discharge. Means or an appeal, there is acquittals. There are so many issues regarding those regarding investigation of cybercrime, because IT Act investigation must be done by inspector, and there are so many challenges regarding investigation of cybercrime. So what is the reason of cybercrimes? Because of anonymity. Criminals are anonymous. They are masking their IP address. They are masking their devices. They are using IP address of different countries. They are using virtual private networks. They are using proxy servers to hide their identity. So again, we are unable to track these criminals. We have three types of web in world, like internet, like surface web, that is deep web, then is dark web. Only 7-8% we are accessing on internet surface web. Other than means 92% is deep web and dark web. For deep web, we have no indexing. We have different type of links so that we can access in deep web. And pertaining to dark web, the criminals and the people are using like Tor, the Onion router, the Trails, the other type of browser which are being used for criminal activities, for online drugs, for online criminal activities which are prohibited, which are barred by Government of India and international agencies. So vulnerabilities in cyberspace, why they are very successful in committing cybercrime? Because we are helpless and we are very innocent. We are surrendering, we are compromising our all information to applications. We never go through by these privacy settings from where we are going to surrender our calendar information, our camera, our contacts, our location, our microphone, iPhone. So everything they are having. Have you gone through by the whether your WhatsApp has been hacked or not, or somebody is also having same WhatsApp number and somebody is also receiving the same WhatsApp chatting and content from your phone? So there are so many issues. Are you aware about the browsing of banking websites? There are so many phishing websites. We are not aware about that by using HTTP on banking websites. This is dangerous. always use HTTPS, Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure, to for banking websites, or it's better to download an app of a banking app. It's safe rather than visiting websites. Beware of these skimming devices. So many still the criminals are using. They are installing skimming devices for the PIN and for your card. Beware of juice jacking. Almost I can easily imagine that we all are traveling. I mean, through planes and other, and we are visiting malls. So there are so many installed in machines are being installed in airports and malls, where when you insert your port for charging your phone, your complete data is being compromised. So never use your mobile charging port, or never use your mobile to charge in from these type of machines. Always charge your power banks, or switch off your phone during charging, never being it opened always. Okay, what is this what this picture shows means your webcam is open, your microphone is open, your laptop is listening, your laptop is watching, your Alexa is hearing your content, your TV microphone is hearing everything is being captured. So have you heard about deep fakes or synthetic audio? There was a one case in Germany where a call received by a co-employee, by a senior person, that $50,000 kindly transfer into this account. The voice was same of his MD. The voice was synthetic audio, because if I am speaking, if somebody is recording my content, and if he is making same uh, by using my voice or by using my words, if he is making one script and he is calling from my content, he is using my authentic synthetic video to my family member, okay, transfer this amount, my family will definitely transfer the amount, because they have heard my voice, they are used to my voice, and somebody is using my mobile number also by spoofing. So there are so many dangers in cyberspace. Somebody is using ONGC, like cyber squatting, typo squatting. They have sent a mail to by using impersonating ONGC. They have sent with OGNC mail ID. So DV underscore OGNC. So these are typo squatting crimes. We have cyber squatting crimes, means using another person's brand name and getting domain name like Bisleri.com. These are cyber squatting. Using Microsoft name, MICR Soft, MICR zerosoft.com, obtaining domain name from GoDaddy or another platform. So there are so many issues regarding ransomware. If you click any unsuspicious link and your system get compromised, that is ransomware, and they are extorting by Bitcoin or by transferring the money. Now there are so many issues, because they are also getting money for just for extortion also. They never encrypt your data. They transfer your data, and they will ask money for you for that content, that we have found some information, we have found some confidential data from your system, and now we are disclosing this sensitive information to public at large. So please transfer this money into our account. So this is extortion. This is extortion in cyberspace. Regarding usage of debit card and credit cards, beware about these types of things, because there are so many skimmer machines are installed in picture halls, cinema halls, malls, restaurants. Bombay police have arrested 7 waiters from one hotel. They were using skimming cards, and it's very easy to skim your card by its small device. So beware of these things, like again, typing of Facebook. Never use Wi-Fi of a hotel. Never use public Wi-Fi. Always use your hotspot. Always use your Wi-Fi, home Wi-Fi. Never use Wi-Fi in public space, because there are so many issues regarding public Wi-Fi or hotel Wi-Fi. So any hacker can intrude in your system, and he can get anything he wants to get. So again, please beware of typing these things. Beware of browsing these websites. Again, water holing attacks. There are so many attacks. Water holing attack works by identifying a website that frequented by users within a targeted organization. So if what hackers exactly do, hackers identify the target, they train themselves by tools. So they again do an R&D to intrude a targeted system. So water holing attack works by identifying a website that frequented by users with targeted organization, or even an entire sector such as defense, government, or healthcare. So they target a system, means is a an employee is always visiting a Facebook. So, or other websites, or Make My Trip, or any other website. So they will intrude through that website. So this is water holding attack. So there are so many issues, and there were so many cases we have received from in different parts of the country regarding what is whaling attack, also known as whaling phishing or a whaling phishing attack. Is a specific type of phishing attack that targets high-profile employees such as CEO, CFO. So in my case, which I am handling in Delhi, that the consigned one was sent to Italy. It was the CFO of the company. The CFO was targeted. His mail was targeted. So this type of crimes are really rapidly, they are means in cyberspace. They are mushrooming like very. These are dangerous because there is no recovery, there is no investigation, and there is no conviction. So there are so many issues. Again, we have one important crime is that is known as drive-by download. What is drive-by download attacks? Means I have sent a study material to you, and it is a PDF attachment, and you download and run that attachment. Your system got completely impacted. So this is again dangerous. Very dangerous drive-by download. If always visit virustotal.com website. If I have sent you a mail, a judgment, okay, download it. You can download it, but before run that content, that PDF, you can attach that PDF file to virustotal.com website, and there will be 70 to 80 antivirus companies will diagnose that whether it is trusted or not trusted. Even I have sent a link to you. Never click that link. Always copy that link and paste it on the virustotal.com browsing website, and then you will get all details that whether it is trusted or there is any malware. So please go through by virustotal.com, use virustotal.com. Then we have one tailgating attack is a social engineering attempt by cyber threat actors in which they trick employees into helping them gain unauthorized access. So somebody is behind you, and you are entering into your system, and somebody is like ghost, or somebody is just behind you is also entering by your identification method. This is known as a tailgating attack. So many in corporates, in identity theft, in trade secret, in cyber espionage cases. We will discuss one case study where a ex-employee is now using his co-employee who is in that previous company. He is using his authentication details to enter into company system. So there are so many cases in tailgating. Regarding classification of offense, depending upon the victim of cybercrime. Regarding a victim of cybercrime, there are individuals, there are organizations, there are society at large cases. Regarding individual, we have harassment via emails, we have cyber stalking cases, we have dissemination of obscene material cases, defamation, unauthorized control like hacking, indecent exposure, email spoofing, cheating and fraud, computer vandalism, transmitting virus, net trespass, IPR crimes, internet time thefts, sextortion. We have discussed. Then against organizations, we have unauthorized control access of a computer system. Somebody has hacked, somebody has sent a link, the link was clicked by the employee, and completely ransomware attack was there. Or there was any DOS attack, that is known as denial of service attack, and they got some classified or secret files from that system, possession of unauthorized information. Then cyber terrorism against the government organization, distribution of pirated softwares. Against society, we have pornography, child pornography cases, polluting the youth through indecent exposure, trafficking, financial crimes, sale of illegal articles, online gambling, forgery. In financial crimes, we have credit card and debit card cases. So regarding OTP, government have very good. There was very good initiative taken by the RBI that they have stopped the international transactions. You have to opt in or you have to opt out pertaining to international transactions, because hackers were using international gateways to shop by using your internet means debit card details, and you will never receive the OTP. So there were so many cases where victims came to us that we have not received any OTP, and but money has transferred, money has gone. So that's why government has taken a good initiative that they have stopped the international gateway, international transactions. You have to opt in or you have to opt out. So be careful. And then we have so many cases regarding SIM swapping cases. Somebody has somebody has obtained your duplicate SIM card. Now your original SIM is deactivated. Now the criminal is using your duplicate SIM card. Now he's able to get OTP frauds. So there are so many cases. In so many cases we have where your mobile has been compromised. So pertaining to, because mobile is like your car, and you are driving on a road. If your car is safe, if the road is safe, you are safe. If your mobile is not safe, if your internet traffic like Wi-Fi, your internet connection is not safe, you are not safe. So again, for regarding mobile smartphone, use smartphone smartly, because regarding smartphone, you must have the password, not thumb impression, no IDs, no face recognition. You must have 11 to 12 characters alphanumeric passwords. Always use SIM card password. Please get your PUC number from your service providers, that is PIN unlock key. Lock your SIM, because SIM is an important thing. Anybody can misuse your SIM. If you have you are having a password in your phone, but I can extract your SIM and you can use your SIM in my system. I can get OTP, I can start WhatsApp in my system also. So please use SIM password also. Get PUC number, enable your SIM password. It is most important thing. And use password minimum 12 alphanumeric characters. So please go ahead, lock your biometrics through Aadhaar website, so nobody can get your duplicate things or other things also. So if you're, because check your system is not malware infected, go to Outlook Express, go to Driller. You can get your system, check that there is no malware installed in your system. Check your activities, like your where your data is going, data backup. Okay, clouds, Android manager. Never disclose your primary email ID to any person, because for smartphone, primary email ID is important part, because without email ID you cannot start your WhatsApp, means your smartphone. So never disclose your primary email ID which you are using for your smartphone. Never disclose, because hackers, if they have your primary email ID, they will use brute force attack, they will use dictionary attack. Now they will be able to get your password, or they will crack your password, or they can get access to your Android manager, they can access to your iCloud also. So never use your primary, never disclose your primary email ID to any person, because if your system is hacked, if your mobile is hacked, the person is very easily able to get your password, your OTP. He is having your every credential, every credit card, debit card number, internet banking, customer ID is having. Now he's sitting remotely from your place now, but your system is compromised. Now he's having every detail, so he can in night hours, in 11:30, 12 midnight, or he can easily take your data or take your content, take your money away. And so beware about these things. You have one notification, that is RBI notification 6 July 2017. So as per RBI, if there is any online fraud committed against any person, online fraud, banking fraud, he has to approach to the bank, concerned bank, within 72 hours. So 72 hours the limit as per this RBI guidelines. You have to approach the bank, you have to inform the bank that somebody has taken away my money, and online banking fraud has been done against me. You have to inform the bank, you have to fill up the DCF form, that is known as dispute claim form. So if you have not compromised your information, so they have three types of liabilities. One is customer liability, second is bank liability, third is third party liability. Like bank liability means you are not liable. If you have compromised your OTP, then the bank will not repay your money. But if you have not compromised your OTP, but somebody has taken your money by compromising your system, or schemer, or somebody has obtained a duplicate SIM card from telecom company, then third party will be liable and you will not be liable. But you have to inform within 72 hours, and you can lodge an FIR before concerned police station, or you can still, if you are unable to approach the police officials, then you can lodge a complaint on cybercrime.gov.in. That is portal started by MHA from 30th August 2019. It is open for all. Very important part, cybercrime.gov.in. You can go and you can browse, you can upload your complaint. It is not FIR, it is complaint. Then nodal officer will transfer your complaint to the concerned jurisdictional police officer. Then police officer will contact you, or you will receive the email that this police station is now your in your jurisdiction police station is this, and we have transferred your complaint. You kindly approach this person. So these are some important safety tips also regarding debit card cloning. If you visit any picture hall, any restaurant, please beware about your debit card shoulder surfing. You are standing, you are withdrawing money, somebody is standing behind you, and he is able to see your PIN, and you are unable to extract money. We have so many cases where senior citizens, where female ladies, old ladies were withdrawing money, and they were unable to withdraw the money. That the person standing behind saw the PIN. He exchanged the card, and after exchanging the card, he used that card and insert the PIN and taken away the huge amount. There are so many issues. We have so many cases in POS machine, that is point of sale machines you are using in shops, and they are using different kind of machines. They are using the schemers, and so please beware about these things. There are psychological tricks regarding phishing. Phishing, we have three types of phishing, like phishing through email. Somebody has sent you email, a link you click, that is phishing. Somebody is using phishing means voice call. By using voice call, he is impersonating himself that he is calling from a telecom company, he is calling from a bank, and smishing, he is sending a message or a link, that is smishing. So there are so many lottery frauds we have received. So we have so many job frauds we have received. We have so many cases regarding matrimonial frauds in Punjab cases, NRI cases. So we have to be very careful regarding phishing, wishing, and smishing. We will discuss case studies and case laws. Sale of illegal articles like drugs and wildlife, narcotics and weapons, online gambling. We still don't have any section in IT Act regarding online gambling. We have only one Gambling Act, but regarding IPR also, IT Act is a special act. It overrides General Act if it is inconsistent with other act. But pertain to patent and copyright, IT Act, the overriding effect will not prevail. So we have software piracy cases, we have cyber defamation cases. We don't have any section in IT Act, but we can book that fellow under IPC, and we can file a civil suit for defamation. So we have corporate cyber smear, means it is a false and disparaging rumor about a company and its management or its stock that is posted on the internet. So somebody is defaming any company, corporate company, or a director of the company. So we have so many cases regarding corporate espionage and corporate cyberspace or corporate defamation cases. So hacking, what is hacking? Unauthorized access to computer system or network. So type of hackers, we have code hackers, crackers. So there was one judgment in Punjab Haryana High Court that Abhinav Gupta versus State of Haryana. Okay, where it was classified that who is cracker, who is hacker. So as per that judgment, hacker means who is doing hacking for adventure purpose and for informing or without intent, criminal intent. But hacker is who is doing this thing with criminal intent for sabotage. But as per IT Act 43A, if somebody is doing unauthorized access, that is means or from as a physical access, or if he's doing that thing remotely, that is known as hacking. Because before 2008, IT Act Section 66 was regarding hacking. Now it has been changed. It has been amended as a computer-related offenses. So it covers 10 subsections in Section 43. We will discuss. Then salami attack. What was salami attack? These attacks are used for the commission of financial crimes. Bank employee insert a program into bank server that deducts a small amount from the account of every customer. So little amount was deducting from every accounts, and it was going to one particular bank employee's account. So he used one software. So this is known as salami attack. Denial of service attack. You are legitimate user of to access your system, your website, but somebody has disabled you to access your system or network. That is known as DOS attack. Trojan, this is different from virus. This is an unauthorized program which functions from inside what seems to be an authorized program, thereby concealing what is actually doing. So it is a malicious security breaking program that is described as something benign, such as directory lister, archiver, game, or program to find and destroy viruses. So we will discuss section 43G and H, where Trojan case study we will discuss. Then keylogger, somebody has sent a malware to you. Every key use means every type means you are typing. You are means every keystroke will be identified, and it will be sent to the remotely hacker, and he is now able to get every click you are making. Then identity theft means having your all information, credentials remotely or from physical presence. So website defacement, this is actually carried out by a substitution of homepage of a site by a system cracker. So many in cyber terrorism also, in MHA site or in other government websites, Pakistani hackers have defaced our main websites, and they have put up their flag on that website. So spoofing, so we have so many cases in spoofing. Suppose somebody has called from my number to Rajiv sir. So what in night, and there was an intimidation. So Rajiv sir will again approach to police, and he will lodge an FIR that the person has called me night at 2, and this is the number and Nisheeth. Okay, so what actually, if the police, if the law enforcement is really skilled and is aware about the spoofing call, they will identify that it may be spoof call. They will call to my service provider, and they will get the information whether if there is any call made by me to Rajiv sir in night, because they will get details from my CDR data. Then they will find that no, there was no call made by me. If It means somebody has used my mobile number to call Rajiv sir. So somebody has spoofed, because we have so many websites in cyber world. We can use easily. We can use spoofing call. I can send any message. I can send any email. I can call any person by using your mobile number, by using your mail ID. So please be aware about these things. If you have received any mail, any call, any message from your neighbor, your family member, or from senior officer, identify them. Please call him by landline phone or another mode. Sir, have you called me? Have you sent this message? Have you ordered me? Have you written this content? So there are so many techniques now criminals are using, and it is very easy to identify, but it is very difficult to investigate because they are using internet gateways, international gateways. They are masking their IP addresses. So there are so many case studies we have in Jaipur. Also, we have cases like like Anti-Corruption Bureau has means very good. They have investigated very good case in spoofing. So steganography, again, it is a dangerous thing. It is the process of hiding one message. So there is a difference between encryption and steganography. Steganography, in encryption, I am sending a message that is encrypted. Now you are aware that somebody has sent a message to you, but it is encrypted. But in steganography, what they do, and it is the process of hiding one message of file inside another message or file. It is the art of writing in cipher or in characters which are not intelligible except to persons who are having the key cryptography. Suppose I have sent a photograph to you. You all will reply me good morning. You will reply very good morning. But one of you, one participant is with my team. What he will do? He will use the steganography software. He will decode that photograph. The message hidden in that photograph, he will decode, and he will do that afterwards. What I have written to him do in future. So these are very much dangerous things which criminals are using, like steganography. Then we have social media frauds. We are all aware about sympathy frauds, that right operation like fracture, like I have my bag has been stolen, or my passport has been stolen. I am a foreigner. Then romance fraud, then cyber stalking, then cyberbullying. We have social trolling crimes. We have so many social trolling, like roasting crimes, like minor school boys are roasting another minor boy or girl. There are so many cases regarding social trolling. Also, we have COVID-19 social media cases like hate speech, like rumors, like defamation, disobey of public order. So we have so many cases regarding these type of crimes that is known as, that is covered in cyber crimes. So till now we have discussed what is cyber crime, which has been where cyberspace has been used to commit cyber crimes. Then category of cyber crimes, like against individual, against society, against organization. Who are cyber criminals? What is the motive behind type of cyber crimes, like social media frauds, defamation, keyloggers, then webjacking. Then we have discussed regarding uh, social trolling crimes or other type of crimes. But the main part is investigation. So there are so many challenges we are facing regarding investigation of these type of cases, cyber crimes. So regarding this, now we have IT. So till now, any question, any query from any participant regarding cyber crimes, motives, or any query from any participant? So I will move for IT Act. It's a big challenge to cover this vast subject in 2 hours, like cyber crime and cyber law. But I will cover up these things. Okay. So
yes, there are a few questions in the chat box.
Okay.
If you can take these questions at this time.
Afterwards, yes.
Yes, before I put these questions to you, just for information of all the participants and you, Mr. Dixit, we are joined by Honorable Ms. Justice Sindhu Sharma, who is already on the platform right from the beginning. So welcome, ma'am. And we would like to hear from Honorable Ms. Justice Sindhu Sharma in the end of the program. So yes, the first question is, can you throw light upon working of cyber cell and how digital forensics work to locate the culprit? I think you would be covering it in your later part.
Law part, yes.
We'll leave it. This is question from Megha Anand. Then the question is, how to throw some can you throw some light on economic offenses?
Okay.
So because it's also seems to be part of this offenses, cyber offenses.
Yeah.
The economic offenses are also committed using this computers, technology, or internet. So can you discuss it a bit?
Yes, I will for law part. Then I will discuss some case studies. Then I will cover these things. Clear.
Right, right. So, okay, I think these most of these questions are interconnected.
Yes.
So let us discuss this
Let's
cyber law part also,
Right,
and
yes.
in that, after your deliberation on this part, we'll take all the questions together.
Yes, yes.
Please
Okay.
continue.
Yeah. Regarding source of IT Act. So IT Act was enacted in 2000, and from 17th October 2000, it was effective from 17th October 2000, and the source was the General Assembly of the regulation was 30th January 1997. We adopted model of electronic commerce and municipal law. So India was the 12th nation who enacted Cyber Law and Information Technology Act, and the main aim was legal recognition of electronic records. For legal recognition, we have digital signatures and we have electronic signatures. So again, what is digital signature and what is electronic signatures? So in 2000 IT Act, there was a word digital signatures, and 2008 amendment, the main word was electronic signature, and its subgroup is digital signature. So digital signature is a subgroup of electronic signature after 2008 amendment. So digital signature is digital signature certificate, which we are having 15 certifying agencies which are issuing digital signature certificates, like Indian Air Force and Army also has joined, and NICSI, eMudra. So 15 agencies are issuing digital signature certificates. Digital signature is your electronic signature. We are having asymmetric cryptography in digital signatures. So we have two key pairs. One is public key and one is private key. So I'm using my private key to encrypt that content, and corresponding by using corresponding public key, that content will be decrypted. So this is known as digital signatures, and we are using two key pairs. We are using public key infrastructure PKI technology in digital signatures. Other than digital signature, for electronic signature are ATM pin. So pertaining to criminal prosecution of digital signatures, we have three sections in IT, that is section 71, section 73, section 74 for misappropriation of digital signatures or misrepresentation to certifying authority to obtain digital signatures. We have section 71, 73, 74 for digital signatures for criminal prosecution. Regarding electronic signatures, other than digital signature, your debit card pin is your electronic signature. Your Yahoo password is your electronic signature. Your Gmail password is your electronic signature. Your OTP, one-time password, is also your electronic signature. Your click wrap contract. Now we are doing only click wrap. I agree, I accept. Okay, click wrap contract. Your click wrap contract, your agree, your click is also your electronic signatures. So again, to provide mechanism for regulation of electronic commerce. So main objective for ITEC was e-commerce and e-governance, and to facilitate e-filing of documents with government. Then in IT Act, we have two types of proceedings: civil cases and criminal cases. Section 43 is known as civil part, that is known as cyber tort, cyber contraventions. We have penalty, we have damages, compensation for any civil wrong. We can file a complaint before IT secretary. I will discuss at length in section 43. Then justice dispensation system for IT secretary. Every principal secretary who is having department of DOIT, Department of Information Technology, is empowered to adjudicate IT matters, that is Information Technology Act matters referred to him under section 643, 43 capital A, 44, 45. Up to 5 CR, he is empowered to adjudicate the matter. Up to 5 CR, no civil court is empowered to entertain these type of cases under section 43 and 43 capital A of IT Act. Only IT secretary of the state, concerned state, is empowered to adjudicate the matter up to 5 CR. More than 5 CR, honorable district judge, sir. In Delhi, we have to file before the honorable high court. So pecuniary jurisdiction. So we have to file against. We have to refer the civil rules regarding filing of the civil recovery suit, and we have to file. We have to pay the court fees here before high court and before honorable DG Saab. And pertaining to IT secretary, we have 2003 IT rules. Under IT rules, we have to file. We have to pay the court fees under IT rules. So I will discuss one case study where we have filed we have filed one complaint before Jaipur IT Head Secretary for 34 lakhs 50,000 compensation. We have paid 72,000 fees, court fees regarding IT adjudication. So we have justice system, and as we discussed, after Mumbai attack, within 40 days we got IT Amendment 27th October 2009 made effective. And what was the focus of IT Act Amendment? Because in earlier 2000, when we were using internet in cyber cafes, we didn't have any type of law regarding data privacy. Now, as per 2008, so many sections were incorporated pertaining to data privacy, information security, cyber cafe. If you go through by the case study of Pune bakery blast case, Ahmedabad blast case, Jaipur blast case, Bombay blast case, the terrorists were using cyber cafes pre-bomb blast, post-bomb blast. So cyber cafe was the heaven at the time. So there were no rules regarding cyber cafe. So again, cyber rules, right? Cyber cafe rules 2009 were incorporated. Now every cyber cafe owner has to maintain 1 year data. He has to preserve the data for 1 year as per section 67C and cyber cafe rules. Then we have discussed the digital signature part, defining reasonable security practices to be followed by corporate, redefining the role of intermediary. So there were some laws incorporated regarding to liability and immunity of intermediaries, the telecom service providers, the mobile service providers, the internet service providers, and recognizing the role of Indian Computer Emergency Team, response team. That is a certain. This is the guardian of our cyberspace. So every government organization or every private organization which has been intruded, which has been hacked by any country, any state, nation, or any person, then they have to inform that certain, they have to comply with the guidelines of the certain. So we have included some additional crimes like cyber crimes like child pornography and cyber terrorism. So earlier, before 2008, there were no section of child pornography. There was a Baji.com case, but section 67 was used and invoked at the time. There was no child pornography. There was no POCSO Act. Authorizing an inspector to investigate cyber offenses. So we will discuss section 78 when we will discuss the investigation of cyber crimes. So as per section 78, notwithstanding anti-contained in CRPC in IT Act matters, not below the rank of inspector shall investigate IT Act matters. So the word is shall. So there are so many challenges before the law enforcement agencies when they receive the complaint. So they will bypass because you know inspectors having so many pressure. They have law and order position issues and they have all murder cases and other things. So for them, IT Act is a petty offense. Okay, 3 years imprisonment, bailable offense. So the different type of means they are adopting psychological issues. Okay, so but सबसे बड़ा challenge, because the biggest challenge is the IT Act, the investigation, because in CRPC inspector can delegate the power to sub inspector with reasoning, but in IT Act he cannot delegate the power to sub inspector because it is clearly written shall investigate IT Act matters not below the rank of inspector. So sub inspector cannot uh, investigate IT Act matters. So the now applicability and non-applicability of IT Act. So we have one territorial jurisdiction under section 1 subsection 2 that it shall extend to whole of India. So complete India is covered. Now we have 1 subsection 2. It applies also to any offense or contravention thereunder committed outside India by any person. So same we have extraterritorial jurisdiction. For extraterritorial jurisdiction we have section 75. But rider is important part is computer system or network must be located in India. So we have national jurisdiction, we have extraterritorial jurisdiction, we have extraterritorial jurisdiction, we have long arm jurisdiction is also in IT Act. But important part is computer system network must be located in India. Suppose my system is in Delhi and one Nigerian from Nigeria hacked my system that is in my Patel Nagar office. So IT Act will be applicable to Nigeria, but we should have AMLAT, we should have extradition treaty, we should have MOU with that country because LR is required and the things are formalities are to be complied with, but IT Act applicable hai. But if my system is in Russia and somebody hacked my system from Nigeria to Russia, then IT Act will not applicable. So there are so many challenges regarding application and regarding FIR. So IT Act, where IT Act will not apply, negotiable instrument other than check, and Schedule 1, Section 1, Subsection 4 in Schedule 1, negotiable instrument act other than check, power of attorney, trust, will, any contract for the sale of conveyance of immovable property, any such class of document or transaction has been notified by central government. So non-applicability. Now we have very important section for defense lawyer, for prosecution, for honorable judges also. Very important section, that is section 81. The provision of this act shall affect notwithstanding anything inconsistent therewith contained in any other law for time being imposed. IT Act is a special act. It will override other acts from which is inconsistent with other acts. So we had one case, Baji.com at the time. So we will discuss 185 section of IT Act also in this case study. Baji.com. It was a very renowned Delhi school case. Boy and girl were engaged in a sexual explicit act. That content was recorded by a boy. That content was uploaded on Baji.com website by an engineer. That was downloaded by 4-5 people, and the money was gone to the company, that is Baji.com. Beneficiary was Baji.com. Prosecution booked that company's MD under Section 67 of IT Act. The matter went to Honorable Supreme Court. It was heard. I mean, it was a very good judgment regarding 85 IT Act, because company was not made as an accused. So we all know that regarding Negotiable Instrument Act 141, we have to make company as a party. And regarding Chit Fund Act 1982 Section 79, same IT Act Section 85 refers offence by companies, because company cannot be sent to jail, but the fine can be imposed over the company. There will be no corporal punishment against the company, but fine can be imposed over the company. So what he pleaded, sir, I was acting on behalf of the company. So he was acquitted by Honorable Supreme Court. So 85 is a very important section. So if there is any involvement of IT Act matter, we will discuss every section. But if there is any element of any involvement of a company, and company is liable, first make company as an accused. Then after CTO, CEO, then after investigation, then nodal officer or account manager. So it was very important that I referred that Baji.com case. Now the same company's manager Sharad Babu Digumarti, he fought till 2016. So what happened? 67 was bypassed because of 85, but Delhi police prosecution prosecuted that fellow under Section 292 IPC. Again, the trial court, Honorable High Court, then it went to Honorable Supreme Court, and it was clarified that you cannot book that fellow under Section 292 of IPC. IPC 292 is for offline publishing a obscene content. Now here a crime has been committed by using electronic form. The content was uploaded on electronic form, like Baji.com. So it is clearly specified in IT Act Section 67. You cannot book that invokes Section 292 against this Sharad Babu. So IPC prevailed and IPC was diluted. So here IT Act is having a overriding effect where it is inconsistent with other law. We will discuss Section 66B and other sections where IT Act will override IPC. So we have so many sections pertaining to this. Now, very important part. It's a very important section, that is Section 43 we will discuss. A cyber contravention refers to a civil wrong under IT Act 2000. It is important to note that law of torts provide remedies for civil wrong where affected person can compel the wrongdoer to pay damages by way of compensation. However, for cyber contravention, damages are provided under Section 43-45 of IT Act. So very important part. It's a techno-legal part. I will be covering mostly law part. So we have Section 43. We are having 10 subsections in 43. 43A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Very important part. For Section 43, if anybody suffered loss up to 5 CR, then he has to file the complaint before IT Secretary or a Principal IT Secretary of the state, who is empowered to adjudicate under Section 46, 47 and IT Rules 2003 to adjudicate matter of 5 CR. No civil court can hear this type of matter. Section 61 barred. Okay, more than 5 CR, Honorable DG Saab, or in Delhi, we have to file before the Honorable High Court. Okay, so when it becomes cyber offense, so Section 43 is for civil purpose. When it becomes criminal part, so if any person does any act referred in Section 43 A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J with dishonest or fraudulent intention, Section 24-25 IPC. So it becomes Section 66 computer related offenses. So for Section 66 cyber offense, Section 66, Section 43 must have been done with dishonest or fraudulent intention. So we can file both cases, civil cases, criminal cases like Motor Vehicle Act. We file civil cases and criminal cases like defamation. We can file civil and criminal cases. Pertaining to criminal cases, only 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakhs fine can be imposed. But here we can file a compensation up to 5 CR before IT Secretary and more than 5 CR unlimited. It's unlimited. After 2008 amendment, it's unlimited. 5 CR to unlimited before the competent Honorable High Court or Honorable DJ Saab Court. So very important part, that is section 43, penalty and compensation for damage to computer system if any person without permission of the owner or any other person who is in charge of a computer system network. So we have three things: computer system, computer network. One is owner, one is in charge. So somebody without the permission of the owner of computer system network or in charge of a computer system network access or secure access to such computer system network. So physically somebody came to your office without your permission, without your in charge permission, he accessed your system, or he secured access, control and command. Controlled your system physically. He accessed your system. He has accessed some file. So he will be liable under section 43 small a. Suppose he has accessed remotely. He was having the ID password and he was accessing your system remotely. So section 43A, again, physical mode or remote mode, or somebody has hacked your system. Somebody has cracked your password and somebody has intruded your system. So for physical unauthorized access and for remote unauthorized access, it may be using your ID password, or if somebody has hacked your system remotely. So it covers both physical and virtual. Section 43A is for hacking section or for unauthorized access system. So very important, but for prosecution part, they have to prove that the person was not having, the accused was not having the permission. The burden of proof shifts to defense. Then I was permitted as per company's allotment, as per company's appointment letter. I was heading the marketing department. I was accessing marketing department. Again, prosecution will charge you were why you were accessing the sampling department data. So again, he has to come up that as per KRA key role area, it is within the ambit of my work. So there are so many issues pertaining to this, but you have to prove that the person was accessing without the permission. This is the main important part. I will discuss one case study also, which I am having in Dehradun. Second, then download, copies or extract any data, computer database or information from such computer system network, including information or data held or stored in any removable storage media. Suppose the person came to your office without your permission, without your in charge permission. He accessed your system, he inserted one pen drive, and through pen drive he copied some data. From control P, he got some printouts. He used his camera to click the content, copy the content, or he sent or he transferred some content through Bluetooth technology or another technology, or he sent some email to him. He uploaded some content on clouds also. So any type of data transfer, it can be said that it's a data theft also. So any type of data transfer without the permission, the person will be put under section 43B. So if a person who is accessing another person's system without the permission and he has copied some data and the person has suffered losses, the person has suffered losses up to 5 CR. Where he has to go? He has to go to IT secretary. He has to file a complaint under the section 43A and 43B. And if he wants to file a FIR before the jurisdiction court, then the police law enforcement agency will use the section 66, read with 43A, 43B, because 43A, 43B has been done with the dishonest and fraudulent intention. So here 66 is a criminal part. Here purely 43A, 43B is a civil part. So 43A, 43B, we have to file the IT secretary complaint, and for criminal part 66, read with 43A, 43B. Now we have section 43C. I refer one case study, very important case study. A person joined a company, and after 15 days work, he left that company. After 15 days, he requested that, sir, because of family issues, I am not unable to continue the work. Okay, company relieved the company relieved that fellow, and after 2 months later, the company got an email from a foreign vendor that the product you are manufacturing for us, the same product is being manufactured by another company with the concessional rate. So the company was shocked that who's this company who's making same identical material. Then they searched through ROC MCA website. Then they came to know that the employee who was working with them, now he's the director of that company. So it is clear that he obviously he has accessed the system and he has taken away some content. So 43B is clear, but regarding 43A, we have to prove that he was not permitted to access the system. But when we exercised and when we sent 91 CRPC and to the host who was handling the company's website, then we came to know that the person from his office was accessing company's email ID for past 3 months. So for 3 months, he was accessing continuously from his office our company's system. So he was liable for remotely accessing company's system without the permission. So here you have to apply these type of sections pertaining to these type of case studies, that somebody is accessing your system without your permission. Somebody has copied your data without your permission. Now we have section 43C, introduce or cause to be introduced any computer contaminant, computer virus. So somebody has introduced some computer contaminant or virus physically or remotely. The person who came to your office, he accessed your system, he inserted one pen drive and copied that content through pen drive, your system got infected. Or the person has sent one link to you. Once you click that link, your system get infected. So like ransomware, like malware, like intrusion. So it may be physical intrusion of virus, it may be virtual, like hacking. In hacking, maximum we get some link. Once we click, our system get infected. That is section 43C. After infected, the control is in within the hand of the hackers. Now is able to access complete data. After introducing the content, your system get damaged. These are some issues like ransomware. Your system get encrypted. So A, B, C, D, we have to file a complaint before IT secretary pertaining to 43A, B, C, D, and regarding criminal case 66, read with 43A, B, C, D. Now we have one subsection, that is 43E, disrupt, cause disruption of any computer system network. This is like wrongful restraint, wrongful confinement sort of. Okay. So somebody has, without the permission of owner in charge, disrupted your system temporarily. So there was one case where a British citizen came to Shimla and he applied for housing society house. He was denied because he was a British citizen. So he was denied. He came back to hotel. He bombarded. He sent thousands of mails to that system. The system got crashed. So he disrupted temporarily another computer system network. So if there is any disruption temporarily, then the person will be put under section 43E, 66, 43E for criminal part, only 43E for IT secretary part. Now we have section 43F, denies or cause the denial of access to any person authorized to access any computer system network. Means you are legitimate user of system website, but somebody has restrained you to access your system. Somebody has flooded your system with pseudo request. Somebody has hacked the Flipkart system. Now you are unable to shop the product from Flipkart, and pseudo customers are now purchasing that products. And the legitimate buyers are unable to access the Flipkart. Means somebody has DOS attack to Flipkart. We have one DDoS attack also, that is distributed denial of service attack. Most of the companies in IT world, most of the countries all over the world are scared of these type of attacks. DOS attack. DDoS attack is known as distributed denial of service attack. It means somebody is using your system as a tool. Means today we are all 200 participants. I have sent a study material in a PDF format. Okay. Once you download, means I have referred one case, drive-by download, without investigating what attachment is this. You have downloaded, you have run that content, and your system got infected. You are not aware about that your system got infected. Means now I am using your systems, all systems, like zombies, like botnets, like sleeping cells. And once I want to attack any company system, I will use your 200 systems for DDoS attack as a botnet. Now I am using your system as a sleeping cell. So there are so many challenges regarding this. If you have any case regarding DOS attack, then section 43F will attract. Now we have very important section, that is 43G, provide any assistance to any person to facilitate access to a computer system network in contravention of the provision of this act, rules or regulation made thereunder. I have one case recently in Gurgaon where a person left a company and he was serving 3 months notice period, and he was denied access for classified information of company. So what he did, he approached one of his co-employee. Friend, I am unable to access my system, and it is very important to access the system right now. So what he did, the person allowed that ex-employee who was serving the notice period, he was denied to access the important information from confidential information, was allowed by that fellow. So the person who abetted another person to access unauthorizedly will be booked under section 43G. For criminal part, 66, read with 43G, and for IT secretary part, only 43G. Now we have section 43H, charges the service availed by a person to the account of another person by tampering with or manipulating any computer system network. Somebody is using your Wi-Fi, somebody is using your hotspot, somebody is using your credit card, debit card, and you are paying for it, and somebody is using your system, somebody is using your data time 2 GB per day, and somebody has hacked your system and taken away your complete data per day. That's it. Or somebody is using your credit card details, somebody hacked your systems, and somebody is using your internet times or data, then the person will be put under section 43H. Now we have two subsections left that were incorporated under in the IT Act Amendment 2008. That is data diddling. Destroy, delete, alter any information residing in a computer resource or diminish its value or utility or affects it injuriously by any means. So somebody without the permission of owner in charge enters into system, section 43A, he destroys, he changes the data, that is information that is changed, that is from raw data, it becomes information. Like Bihar topper scam, there was a PCS topper whose data was altered, and the low rank voter was became the topper. And same in NDMC case also, and New Delhi Municipal Corporation. NDMC awarded one contract to a software engineer for electricity details. So what he did, he changed receipts, he changed the meter readings, he changed the billing details. So he altered any information that diminished its value. So these type of data alteration, this type of data diddling will be covered under section 43I. For criminal part, section 66, read with 43I. For IT secretary, only 43I. Now we have very important part, that is J. Steal, conceal, destroy, alters, or causes any person to steal, conceal, destroy, alter any computer source code used for a computer resource with an intention to cause damage. First time in IT Act Amendment for civil part, we have intention to cause damage also. So his intention is to cause damage, to steal or conceal or destroy, alter any source code. What is source code? As per IT, source code is listing of program, computer layout, design, computer command, or program analysis of computer resource. What is computer resource? Computer system, network, data, database, software. So I have one case in Hyderabad also, that a person, a company manager, altered the source code of a application, and now he is bargaining for his salary hike. Now he is not means providing the actual source code, he has altered. Now the company is unable to run that application. So it's like extortion also, and he has altered the source code, then he will be booked under section 66, 43J. If the company has suffered any loss, then company will file a complaint before IT secretary under section 43J. So what we have discussed, section 43A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, these are civil part, and when it becomes criminal part, it becomes section 66 IT Act. We will discuss again when we will come on 66. Now we have very important section, that is 43 capital A, that is compensation for failure to protect sensitive personal data. Very important part. Where a body corporate possessing, dealing or handling any sensitive personal data or information in a computer resource which it owns, control or operates is negligent in implementing and maintaining reasonable security practices and procedures, and thereby causes wrongful loss, wrongful gain to any person. Your telecom service provider, your bank, your employer is negligent to handle your sensitive data, and you have suffered loss up to 5 CR, you have to approach to IT secretary, more than 5 CR to DG Saab and in Delhi High Courts. So I have one case in Jaipur also, where the telecom company has issued a duplicate SIM card to criminals, and they were able to bypass the security features, they were able to get the OTP, and they transferred 68,50,000 rupees from my victim's account by using that duplicate SIM card. We got 44 lakhs by from 4 criminals, and we have till now we have not received 24 lakhs 50,000 from criminals. So we filed a criminal a complaint before IT Secretary Jaipur. It's the first complaint before IT Secretary Jaipur pertaining to compensation of 24 lakhs 50,000 with 10 lakhs compensation. Total 34 lakhs. We paid 72,000 under section 43A, because telecom company is liable to pay damages to us because the company was negligent to handle our sensitive data. So it's very important. Please make people aware regarding these type of sections. If they are unable to get remedy from police or other agencies, then they can still file before IT secretaries. Now we have very important section 65, that is tampering with computer. Now we are starting cyber offenses part. We have discussed cyber contravention, that is civil part. Now we are discussing the criminal part, that is cyber offenses. Section 65 is tampering with computer source documents. Means whoever knowingly or intentionally conceal, destroy, alter, or intentionally knowingly causes another to conceal, destroy, alter any computer source code. So section 43J and section 65 is covering both source code, but there is a difference between 43J and 65. Used for a computer system network when the computer source code is required to be kept or maintained by law for the time being enforced. So if there is any statute, guideline, direction by the court or a government, appropriate government, that you have to keep that computer source code, that computer command, that log details till this period, you have to preserve or retain. You don't conceal it, don't destroy it, don't alter it, don't causes another to conceal, destroy, alter it. If you have received any notification, every law, if any there is a law for preservation of data, retention of data, if there is any breach regarding concealment or destroy, then the person, the company will be liable under section 65 ITA. There was a very important judgment of Andhra Pradesh High Court regarding this case. What is source code? So you can download and you can go through by this judgment. Very important judgment regarding what is source code, what is copyright infringement, whether mobile is a computer or not. Okay, so then after you can be able to distinguish between these section 43J and 65. Very important. It's a bailable offense. It's a cognizable offense, triable by first class magistrate. Now we have already discussed section 66, that is computer related offenses. If any person dishonestly or fraudulently does any act referred in section 43, then we will be liable for 3 years. It's a bailable offense. It's a cognizable offense and punishable 3 years imprisonment and trial by first class magistrate. 66A, we all know that it has been declared unconstitutional by Honorable Supreme Court in Shria Singhal versus Union of India. Still, some law enforcement are invoking section 66A. Recently, Honorable Karnataka High Court has imposed the cost on law enforcement agencies regarding 66A. So please, very important part. Now we have section 66B. It is like 411 IPC. Punishment for dishonestly receiving stolen computer resource or communication device. So whoever dishonestly receives or retains any stolen computer resource. What is computer resource? As per ITA, computer system, network, data, database, software, or communication device, like any device which can be used to send text, audio, video file, which is known as communication device. It may be laptop, it may be tablet, it may be mobile, or any device. So if somebody has received any computer device, communication device, or computer database, so somebody has accessed my system, he came to my office, he accessed my system, he took some data from my system by using pen drive. So he will be put under section 66, read with 43A, 43B. We can still file a complaint before the IT secretary under section 43A, 43B. But he transferred, he sold, he gave that content to my competitor company, my rivalry company. Then the company who received dishonestly that content will be put under section 66. So we cannot invoke 411 IPC here because IT again is a special act, it will override general act. So 66B is important part for communication device and computer resource which has been received dishonestly. Now, very important section, again, it is bailable and triable by first class magistrate and cognizable. So up to 3 years, all IT Act, as per section 77B, we will discuss, up to 3 years, all IT Act matters are bailable, more than 3 years are non-bailable, 3 years and more than 3 years are cognizable. So 1 year and 2 years are non-cognizable. Very important section, that is 66C, punishment for identity theft. So whoever fraudulently or dishonestly make use of electronic signature, password, or any other unique identification feature of any other person. So somebody is using your OTP, somebody is using your login ID password, somebody has used your identification, that is unique identification feature, somebody has used your photograph, somebody has used your mobile number, somebody has used your Aadhaar number, that is your unique identity. So he will be under section 66C. But he is having only possession, he has never used your identity, he has never used your OTP, then he will not be booked under section 66C. But he tried to use, okay, he was having, but he tried and he failed. Then section 66, read with 84C. 84C is like 511 IPC in IT Act, 84C. 84 is for attempt. So we can still book that fellow under section 66, read with 84C, because there is actus reus, mens rea, or obviously he's having mens rea, and actus reus is tried to hack or try to use that content. Okay. What happens in shoulder surfing cases? What is shoulder surfing? I have discussed that the person, a senior citizen, is withdrawing the money. A person is standing behind him. He tried to withdraw the money. He saw the pin. He requested, sir, can I withdraw for you? Then he exchanged the card and he said that, sir, this machine will not withdraw the money. Try another machine. Then he ran away from that place and he inserted that card. Up to before insertment of the card, he has done 420, 406, you can say. But once he insert that card in the machine and once he insert the pin, 66C is done, because he has used electronic signature, that is PIN number. Okay, now we have very important section, that is 66D, punishment for cheating by personation by using computer source. So anybody who is using computer source, that is computer system, network, database, software, or communication device, and by impersonation, that a person is calling that I am calling from ABC Telecom Company, XYZ Bank, 123 Insurance Company. Sir, I want to update your insurance policy. I want to update your 3G to 4G. I am issuing you a physical eSIM to you. So kindly let me know these information from your side. So once they done, this is known as 66D. Once they get information from you, that is 66D, cheating by impersonation. Once they use that information, that is 66C. So in many cases, you can invoke 66C and 66D both. So till now we have discussed the information privacy part. Now we are having body privacy part. That is punishment for violation of privacy. Whosoever intentionally or knowingly captures, publish or transmit. Three parts, that is captures, publishes or transmits the image of a private area of any person without his or her consent. So in IPC, we have male captures a private movement of female. Here we have both male or female. But important part is consent. So CPT. So a boy is capturing a photograph of a private area part of a girl. If there is consent, there will be no case. But he has uploaded on a Facebook, on a WhatsApp, then the boy will be liable under section 66E. So this is the important part. What is private area part? It is as per IT Act, explanation C. It is buttocks, female breast, or pubic area. That part is well covered under IT Act explanation. You can go through by that part. But merely capturing a photograph of a face will not attract section 66E. So we have so many cases like in changing room camera, hidden camera has been installed, or in hotel rooms they have installed. So there are so many tricks you can, as a citizen, you can check by downloading some apps how to check hidden cameras. So for investigation agency, we also prefer that you can download a paid version of that app. So in crime scene, you can also detect where hidden camera has been installed. For as a citizen and for law enforcement agency, for both, it is very important. But section 66E again is a bailable offense, cognizable and triable by first class magistrate. Now we have very important part, that is 66F, that is punishment for cyber terrorism. It is session trial case up to life imprisonment, non-bailable. So we have two parts: against nation, against people. So whosoever with intent to threaten the unity or integrity or security or sovereignty of India, or to strike terror in the people or any section of the people. So we have against country, against people, by denying or cause the denial of access. So we have discussed section 43F, that is DOS attack. So somebody has done DOS attack. 43A, unauthorized access. 43C, that is computer contaminant or computer virus. And by using these type of techniques, there is any death, to cause death, injuries to persons, damage or destruction of property, there is any disruption of supplies of service, essential services, or there is any attack, adversely attack, affect the information of CII, that is covered under section 70. So we have one section 70 also, we can refer here also. Any state government or any appropriate government, state government or central government, is empowered to declare any computer resource as a protected system. If somebody hacks that protected system, then he will be punished for up to 10 years. And if simple hacks, that is 6643A. If it is protected system, that is 10 years. If somebody has hacked that protected system and there is any death or any destruction of property and there is any supply or it affects the critical information, somebody has hacked the dam. Like in New York, there was a hacking of dam. If there is any dam is hacked, the gates are opened and there is a flood, and there will be destruction of property and death will be there. So it is section 66F, very important part. If somebody has uploaded any content which is which strikes any terror in people, so that is not in 66F, but somebody has, by using DOS attack, by using unauthorized access, or by using computer virus, if there is any terror in people, in communities, then 66F will play the role. Now we have second part. If there is any classified or critical information, any information which is restricted for use of another person, and if it is restricted by the security of the state or any other part, and if somebody is accessing that content and is transferring to any content in a foreign country for advantage of a foreign nation, then he will be booked under section 66F. So whoever commits or conspires to commit cyber terrorism shall be punishable with imprisonment for life imprisonment. So there are so many cases regarding this, but we have to be very careful that there is only unauthorized access, there is DOS attack, there is computer contaminant attack. So we have one very important part, that is obscenity and pornography in IT. We have so many cases regarding this. We have three sections: 67, 67A, 67B. Regarding 67, very important part, we have discussed the Baji.com case, punishment for publishing or transmitting obscene material in electronic form. So it is mainly for electronic form, not in printed form, not in offline form. Offline form means like 292 IPC, but here it is specified in electronic form. So what is the language says? Whoever publishes or transmit or cause to be published or transmitted in the electronic form any material which is lascivious or appeals to the prudent interest, or if its effect is as such as tend to deprave and corrupt persons who are likely having regard to all relevant circumstances to read, see, or hear. So any content as per IT Act will be obscene if it is readable, if it you can see, if it is hearable in any relevant circumstances. If it is lascivious means it excites lust. If appeals to, it arouses interest. If prudent interest means it is having lustful thoughts, or effect means there is a change in mind, and tend to deprave corrupt means it is morally bad. So the person it leads to become morally bad. That content will be section 67 obscene. So there is no mens rea, there is no criminal intention. If somebody has forwarded their content, so he cannot say that sir there was no criminal intention behind it. Only because in IT Act, originator means who is sending the message. That is, addressee means who is receiving the message. So somebody has sent a message to A, has sent the message to B. Then A is an originator and B is an addressee. Addressee can file a complaint before the appropriate jurisdiction police station that yes, A has sent the content. A cannot escape that I have not. There was no criminal intention. I have only forwarded that content. So there is no mens rea. Only forwarding that content is a, but it's a bailable offense, again cognizable. So we have one very important case, that is state of Tamil Nadu versus Suhas Kuti. This was the first conviction under section 67. A divorced lady was trolled, and there was cyberbullying also, and the content was morphed, created a forged electronic record, and ill words were used, and the obscene content was uploaded. So he was booked under section 469, 509 IPC and section 67 IPC. Now we have one section, that is porn content, punishment for publishing or transmitting of material containing sexually explicit act. We don't have any definition of porn in IT Act, but we have one sexually explicit act, that is like porn content. So somebody who has published or transmit any porn content, so it is non-bailable offense. So we have so many cases where people are sending on WhatsApp and Facebook. So these cases are non-bailable cases if somebody transmit or publish any porn content. Very important part is section 67B. In COVID time, there are so many cases registered before Mumbai police, before Hyderabad, before Bhopal, before Jaipur, before Delhi. Punishment for publishing or transmitting material containing depicting children in sexually explicit act, etc., etc., is because so somebody has transmitted or published any content which is or conduct which engages any minor in a sexually explicit act. That is 67B, all know. But there is a very important part. If somebody is browsing child porn content, that is also a punishable part. So we have so many cases where IWF is the Internet Watch Foundation. That is a British firm that has been, as per mandatory guidelines by DOT, every telecom company has to tie up with the IWF, and the Tata was the first company. And if somebody is browsing any child porn content from his home, his IP address will be catched, his screenshot will be taken by the that moral policing, that internet policing company and the agencies. Then they will share with the MHA, and MHA will share the concerned state police, and they will arrest that fellow. And we have so many cases regarding this browsing of child porn. This is a menace. We have to stop these types of things. But in IT Act section 67, it also includes depicting children in obscene or indecent manner. There is a sexual means there is a child porn content, but if a child has been represented as an indecent in an indecent manner, it is also attracts 67B. It is an obscene condition, that is also 67B. So we have also one section, that is after POCSO Amendment 2019, we have also one section 15.1. So if somebody has sent a content that is child porn content on a WhatsApp group, then who will be liable? Every person is liable, because as per section 15.1, it says that who has received the content of child porn is his liability to disclose, to inform law enforcement agency, and to preserve the content for investigation purpose. So there are so many issues. The admin has to be careful. We also, as a member of a group, we have to be very careful. If there is any content, we have to inform the law enforcement agency. We can inform that by using cybercrime.gov.in, also like cybercrime portal, MHA portal. So there are so many issues. It is non-bailable cases. Now we have section 67C. Central government may come with some specific guidelines pertaining to preservation and retention of electronic records by any intermediary like CDR. We have recently we have AP Rao judgment where Honorable Supreme Court has clarified pertaining to preservation and retention of CDR and who can investigate IT Act matters and power of law enforcement agencies. So as per section 78, we have discussed a police officer not below the rank of inspector shall investigate IT Act matters. So we have very important part, that is section 69, interception. We can have interception of voice calls under Telegraph Act, under Telegraph Rules 2007 419A, and PUCL versus Union of India judgments. We have on the Honorable Justice Puttaswamy judgment, we have 9 judges judgment, Honorable Supreme Court judgment. So we have guidelines regarding voice calls and data also. But regarding internet traffic, internet data, we have section 69, power to issue directions for interception, monitoring, or decryption of any information through any computer resource. So again, 10 agencies are empowered with central government or state government. Nodal officer will send the request letter with the authority to the telecom company, and they will provide the interception, they will provide the decryption key. And if there is any company, if there is no compliance by the company, if there is any non-compliance of the order of the authority, then the company will be liable for 7 years. 7 years imprisonment is non-bailable, but we have to book that company under section 85 also, because offense by companies, because offense has been committed by a company also. So we have one very important section, that is 69A. If you go through by the Sharia single cases, the Sharia single case, Honorable Supreme Court has declared unconstitutional 66A, but there is a constitutional validity of a section 69 and 79 also. So power to issue directions of blocking for public access of any information to any computer resource. So central government and after Sharia single court is empowered to issue the order to restrict the public access of any content, that block of the content, blocking of website like Uttarakhand High Court has blocked, like like central government has blocked like Chinese app. And we can also file a court complaint before the court, and we can also file a police complaint or large an FIR against a company or against a person that he has uploaded a obscene content of girl or any type of derogatory defamatory content. So we can get an injunction order from the honorable court, and we can send through proper channel to that intermediary. The intermediary has to comply with the order. They have to delete that content from that system within 36 hours as per IT rules 2011, and they have to preserve for 90 days for investigation purpose. If they fails, then they will face 7 years imprisonment with section 85 offense by companies. Now we have one section 69B. Again, for cyber security purpose, we can order the companies to monitor and collect traffic data. If there is non-compliance, it's a bailable, cognizable offense. Now we have very important part, that is section 80 for investigation of cybercrime matters. So notwithstanding in the contained CRPC, any police officer not below the rank of inspector or any other officer authorized by central government may enter any public place and search and arrest without warrant who is suspected of IT Act matter, who has committed a IT Act matter. So they have power to enter, search, arrest without warrant in public place. What is public place? As per IT Act, public conveyance, any hotel, shop, any other place intended for use by accessible to the public. Within 24 hours, they have to produce before the honorable magistrate sir. Then again, for other purpose, for private place or other purpose, they have to comply with the CRPC provisions. Now, protected system, we have discussed section 70 declares any system protected. Now, if anybody hacks that system, then he will be barred, he will be sent to the jail up to 10 years. Now, we are coming on very important part, that is 72, penalty for breach of confidentiality and privacy. Suppose the law enforcement agencies, the investigation officer is empowered to investigate any system, computer network, resource, server, and he's empowered under IT Act. He has accessed the system. He has obtained the content, the record, but he has disclosed that content to any person. Then the law enforcement agency, the investigation officer will be liable under section 72. So this is a very important part. This is non-cognizable offense. Now we have 72A, punishment for disclosure of information, breach of lawful contract. So if any company, telecom company, bank, employee is liable, is liable to maintain your data SPDI, that is sensitive personal data information, and is negligent and with intention to damage and for suffer of wrongful loss, he has disclosed your data, then the company will be liable under section 72A, like SIM swapping case, like issuance of duplicate SIM card, that I am handling that case in Jaipur also. So regarding that prosecution, criminal prosecution, we can book that company under section 72A, read with 85 offense by companies section, and regarding compensation, we can file complaint before IT secretary under section 43 capital A. Now section 77A, A court of competent jurisdiction means compoundability की बात हो रही है, means we are talking about compoundability. Up to 3 years, all IT Act matters are compoundable by honorable court. More than 3 years are non-compoundable. If there is any previous conviction, no compound. But provided further that the court shall not compound any offence where such offence affect the socio-economic condition of the country, and if it is against the minor or against the women. So up to 3 years, all IT Act matters are compoundable. But if it is against women, against minor, against socio-economic conditions, it is not compoundable. Regarding 77B, up to 3 years, all IT Act matters are bailable. More than 3 years are non-bailable, and 3 years and more than 3 years are cognizable offences. Regarding 79, what is 79? It's like safe harbor law of US safe harbor law, or like when intermediary is not liable, when they can seek a liberty that we are immune regarding these type of crimes on IT Act on cyberspace, when they prove that they have not initiated any transmission, if they prove that they have not selected the receiver who is the addressee, if they have not modified any information within transit, a originator has sent a content to addressee, they have not modified. If they have complied with all due diligence like IWF, like child porn filter, they have their IT team is robust, their security is robust, they have audited, they have made auditing system very robust. And if there is direct liability, if the intermediary is has conspired or abetted or aided or induced, then the company will be liable, the website will be liable. If like online gambling websites, like IPL betting websites, so the companies are liable. They cannot escape themselves that we are the websites, only we are providing the platforms. But now, if there is any element found that they are aiding or they are inducing themselves regarding online gambling or websites, then they will be liable. But we have to send the notice to that online intermediary that remove that content, remove that link. If they fail to comply, then they will be liable under section 79 or 69 liability. Now we have very important part, that is section 79A IT Act, central government to notify examiner of electronic evidence. So for the central government, for the purpose of providing expert opinion under section 45A of Indian Evidence Act on electronic form. What is electronic form? Electronic form is any information of probative value that is either stored, transmitted in electronic form, and includes computer evidence, digital audio, video, cell phones, digital fax machines. So if there is any objection raised, or if and during trial any honorable court want to means have a expert opinion, have an expert opinion from regarding to electronic form of evidence, so they can seek expert opinion under section 45A from electronic examiner of electronic evidence who has been notified by central government under section 79A. So we have only seven labs in India which have been notified by MITI, Ministry of Electronics Information Technology, by central government under section 79A. So honorable court can seek expert opinion pertaining to electronic form of evidence from only these labs which have been notified under section 79A as EEE. These are Army Cyber Lab, Army Cyber Group in Delhi for Army matters. We have Rohini Regional Forensic Lab, Delhi, Rohini. We have Serious Fraud Investigation Office, SFIO, Delhi. We have Gujarat Forensic Lab in Gandhinagar. We have Central Forensic Lab, Hyderabad. We have Bangalore Forensic Lab, and we have Dharamshala, that is in Himachal Pradesh. Recently has been notified by MITI under section 79A. Is Dharamshala Forensic Lab. So we have 7 labs from where honorable court can seek expert opinion pertaining to electronic form of evidence. Now we have only 3 sections left. 84B, that is punishment for abatement of offences. So whoever abets, who is aiding, who is in having any conspiracy, who is in conspiracy. So if any conspiracy has done by person, he is a abettor. 84B. If there is any aid, if there is any instigation of an IT matter, then the person will be put under section 84B. And 84C, who has attempted and he has failed, but there is any actus reus and there is any mens rea, then the person will move in the section 84C with the corresponding section. And last section of IT Act is offense by companies. So if there is any involvement of a company, first we have to make company as an accused. Then afterwards we have to investigate who is actually liable, like the MD, CEO, or if there is no compliance of any due diligence, then the MD will be liable also. So we have referred this Baji.com case in this section 85. So we have covered completely IT Act. IT Act is having 13 chapters, 90 sections. We started with the jurisdiction part, section 1, subsection 2, section 75, non-applicability, Then we discuss very important section, that is 85, 81 overriding fact. We discuss two judgments, Bhaji.com, Sharad Babu Dikumarti, and 85 offense by companies judgment, like companies judgment. And we discuss section 43, that is cyber contraventions. We have 10 subsections and the corresponding criminal part, that is 66. Then we discuss 65 tampering with documents. 66A has been declared unconstitutional. 66B we discuss that dishonestly receiving any computer resource communication device. 66C identity theft. 66D impersonation, cheating by impersonation by using computer or computer source. Then we discuss violation of body privacy, that is 66E. Then 66F cyber terrorism. Then obscenity in 67, that is bailable. 67A non-bailable, that is porn content, child porn content. 67B we discuss IWF. We discuss POXO Act also regarding liability of a group. Then we discuss 69 investigation. The police investigation officer only not below the rank of inspector shall investigate IT Act matters. We discuss the 80 section, that in public place they enter, they can search, they arrest without warrant. But explanations, we have 3 explanations. Then we discuss 72 means you are authorized to access my system, you have taken away data but you have disclosed, then you are liable under section 72. Companies are liable under section 72A. Up to 3 years all IT Act matters are compoundable, but if it is against women, if it is against child minor, if it is against socioeconomic conditions, non-compoundable. Only we can file the in power or honorable before honorable High Court and honorable Supreme Court, like 482 for question. If there is any compoundability is there, then we discuss regarding cognizability. Up to 3 years all IT Act matters are billable, and 3 and more than 3 years are non-billable. Then we discuss the liability and immunity of section of intermediary under section 79. Then we discuss regarding 84B, 84C, that is abatement, and 84C is attempt. And last section we discuss 85 offense by companies. Thank you. It's a speed because I have to cover so many sections within 2 hours. It's a big challenge, sir. So I'm open for questions.
Yes, thank you very much. I can understand your difficulty that these all things cannot be covered in a session of 1.5 hours or 2 hours. It takes almost 2 to 3 days of training program to learn all these things in detail, which we are trying to cover in this session of 1.5 hours or 2 hours, including these question answer sessions. So thank you very much. It's a very vast subject. Cyber law, and then talking about cyber crimes. So these are interrelated things also, but can be covered in different sessions individually also. So thank you very much, Mr. Nisheeth Dixit. You have ably given the overview of the regime of cyber law, and then you have talked about cyber crimes. So when we start delivering cyber law and cyber crime, first we talk about computer. So up to my generation, we would struggle to find out what is computer. But now today's generation knows what is computer. But so far as this definition of computer goes, it says that it is any electronic device which is used for storage, processing, and computing.
Yeah.
So by that definition, everything which is electronic device, every electronic gadget, we have the components of computer, including our day-to-day usage machines in our homes. They're all computers. So when we talk about these cyber crimes, any related to these devices can be included in that. So this is just my little addition on what you have ably told to our participants. So we'll take few questions. This was a question from Megha Anand. Working of cyber cell and how the cyber forensics work to locate the culprit. I think this is separate deliberation can also be had on this subject, but just small introductory words from you, Mr. Nisheeth.
Yeah, looking regarding cyber cells, once they receive any information regarding crime, so if it is, what is the crime scene? If crime scene is not available on means if it is in cyberspace, like somebody has hacked a system, so they have to very skilled. They have to use the tools regarding open source intelligence. Okay, we have so many nodal officers, agencies details. We can send a letter to these nodal officers. We want this information, so they start investigation regarding referring their to gathering the information from respective nodal officers regarding forensic part. If they are competent enough, because there is a liability of first responder who has identified the electronic evidence and who has transported, who has preserved. So there are so many issues regarding handling, regarding identification of electronic evidence, then to seize that electronic evidence, then to preserve and transport to the forensic department. Regarding analysis of forensic department, there are so many issues. So there are so many cases we have heard about it, that what is the hash value? Have you obtained the hash value at the crime scene? Of if there is any panchnama, if there is any reference of hash value during the crime scene. So there are so many issues. So as per our understanding, as per a lawyer, as per a law enforcement agency, the first responder is not supposed to use any forensic tools in the crime scene. They are only supposed to view that content, they view the mobile, view that laptop, and they have to seize, they have to bag and tag, and they have to send to forensic lab, and they have to request for forensic image copy. And after obtaining that forensic image copy, they will analyze, they will ask the questions from forensic lab. We want to examine this content, whether it is tempered, whether it is doctored or not. And after having report from FSL with 65B certificate, it is now a very important part of investigation. But if there is any lack of chain of custody from investigation to forensic, if there is any mishandling of electronic evidence, then there are so many issues. So there are so many courses conducted regarding chain of custody maintenance, regarding investigation of cyber crimes, and regarding forensic analysis by forensic labs. I've discussed 79A also. So we have to be very careful that from where we are obtaining the forensic examiner evidence, expert opinion, whether it is notified by central government or not. So after this session, all must be aware about section 79A, 7 labs we are having pertaining to any expert opinion if you want to seek from any forensic lab.
So thank you very much. I think this is independent field also, and it would also take a lot of time, full day for discussion on
Yes.
forensic part of this cyber forensics. This is question from Samriddhi Chabda. Economic offenses. She talks about economic offenses. Can we talk it through the lens of cyber law?
Yes, all banking transactions, all Bitcoin cases, or MLM frauds, or chit fund cases, MLM chit fund cases we are having, all are economic offenses. So we have both wings, economic offenses and cyber.
Just you can use mic properly.
Yes.
Right.
So
Yes.
all chit fund crimes or economic crimes like credit card, debit card, online like internet banking cases, maybe all cases we are handling under economic offenses wing. So we have EOW and cyber wings. They have been merged in some places, and they have separate power also. So economic offense covers Hawala cases also, Bitcoin cases. We are having MLM Bitcoin cases. We have chit fund cases in economic offenses. So we have so many cases in cyberspace where we are using cyberspace for economic offenses.
Thank you. This is question from Mr. Navraj Raval. How the hackers hack the government network systems at their headquarters where there is maximum protection? How are they able to do it?
Yes, sir. This is a very important question. Recently, NIC was hacked. NIC, right? It's a government and most very crucial part. And recently, it's a nuclear plant in Kerala was hacked. So there are so many issues. There are so many vulnerabilities, and so we have to be very careful. Government is coming with new cybersecurity policy. The robust mechanism is required. Very robust mechanism. The protected systems must be declared by central government. The critical information infrastructure, cybersecurity must be on alert mode. There are so many technical issues which we are also facing, and the the criminals are, the cyber criminals are very, means they are very intelligent regarding these. They found very vulnerability to attack these systems. They found, okay, so they identify, then they target the systems, and they are in the way to hack anybody. So regarding privacy, regarding security, it is myth, right? If some systems are hacked and some systems are to be hacked. So there are so many issues regarding this, but this government is doing well. We have cybersecurity mechanisms, we have certain, they are providing, they are means they are prohibiting these type of things very well. They are countering very well. So we have so many robust mechanisms right now, and we are coming with a robust cybersecurity policy, and in come upcoming years.
Great, thank you. So by and large, hackers do is exploit the vulnerabilities only.
Yes. Yes.
So we keep on developing ourselves in security, but they also keep on developing into finding out these loopholes. Now, this is a question from Shivrit Dadwal. Sometimes Paytm users get phone calls saying that some money has been deposited into your account, but later on, when we start getting messages that your money is gone. So, what is the course of action in that case?
Sir, these all are psychological tricks. These are all phishing cases like impersonation, 66D, 66C. We discussed psychological tricks. These are phishing cases. Okay, but you have to respond immediately to. You have to file a complaint before the concerned police station, because all police stations or cyber cells are having the list of nodal officers like Paytm nodal officer, like Mobivic officer, like Google Pay nodal officer. So if you report immediately, they will be able to track your amount. They will be able to send the notice to the Mobivic, or they will be able to send the notice Paytm to stop this transaction, or they will be able to track these type of cyber criminals. But never respond QR code, never respond messages, never respond spam mails, never open these links. I have told you, you use virustotal.com to click that link, check from virustotal.com whether it is genuine or not. Never respond to spams, never respond to these type of phishing, psychological or sympathetic type of messages, or never regarding B2B, business to business and business to customers. There are so many crimes per day. They have target for 2 lakhs per day. 5,000, they are targeting 40 people. 5,000, they are earning 2 lakhs per day. If you go through by Jamtara, like Netflix movie or other things, we have the original case studies now, right? So they are doing these type of things. They have target to exploit 2 lakhs per day. So why innocent people are compromising their OTP? Still people are compromising their OTP. They are well educated, but they are compromising their OTP. Senior citizens are compromising their OTP. They are giving their numbers, details. So there are so many issues. We have to restrict. We have to maintain our cyber discipline. We have to maintain our cyber hygiene. We have to be literate in cyber world, how to use technology, how to prevent these type of attacks, how to use your system, use window privacy cover. Like I am using I am now using my window privacy cover. Please see my window. Okay, this is my Windows privacy cover. Now it is open. It's like shutting door. So you can use the privacy window cover on your camera, your phone also. I am using this type of privacy cover. You can use your RFID purse also, who is having RFID inbuilt system. Nobody can extract 2,000 rupees by nearby machines. So use these types of technologies, because there are so many vulnerability, because there is no privacy. There is only opportunity to hack, only opportunity to breach your privacy. They are dedicated, sophisticated, intelligent criminals.
Yes, thank you. And now very have started this hacking
Yes.
things, and hacking is being now studied in schools also. So ethical hacking they do, or sometimes they go rogue also. So this hacking is not now a very that kind of thing which is not known to everybody. So this yes. Now this question is from Ubaid Majid. Is cybercrime a misnomer? Because there are lot many activities on cyberspace which can be treated as crime in strict sense.
Yeah. the- if you identify these type of what is cybercrime, I have disclosed clearly clarified that if there is cyberspace has been used to commit cybercrime, that is cybercrime. But there are so many issues. Exactly, if I have intimidated by using wipe call to Rajiv sir, so whether it is cybercrime or it is punishable under IPC, this is a challenge. Whether it is a cybercrime or it is punishable IPC, it is a cybercrime, but it is punishable under IPC. So we have three types of categories regarding cybercrime. First, there is a cybercrime but punishable under conventional act. Like there is no element of IT Act. It is a purely cybercrime punishable under IPC. Somebody has used some girl's photograph. He created a false electronic record. He morphed that content and uploaded obscene content. Here, IT Act and IPC both we can invoke. Third category, there is a cybercrime, but IT Act will override IPC. So we have three categories regarding cybercrimes. Cybercrimes is a vast topic, wide topic, and all conventional crimes are by using cyberspace, by using information communication technology, are converting into cybercrimes. But we have to very careful that where IT Act will we can book that fellow under IT Act also. If there is no element of IT Act, it is purely cybercrime but punishable under conventional acts.
Right. Just want to add one thing to it, that there is no definition as. So any crime which is committed by using computer system or computer resource, or if the system itself is the source of crime, so these all things would be covered
Yes.
loosely under cyber crime. Now this question is from Mr. Sharif Hussain. Is stealing someone's information, etc., and not giving proper credit, etc., a part of plagiarism or something else?
Yeah, you have clarified itself. Okay. Section 43A. If there is any unauthorized access, and if you are authorized to access, but you have taken a data of a company or a person who is having IPR rights, so you can book that fellow under IT Act also and copyright also. So if there is any stealing of any information or any IPR rights, so it is a cybercrime and punishable under IPC or IT Act and copyright infringement also.
Thank you. Now this question is from Madam Balajyoti. How to protect ourselves, our Gmail accounts from being hacked?
Yeah, Gmail is safe. Gmail is safe, but you have to be very careful. Never open your email accounts in different type of like if means the devices you are not using. Use two-way authentication feature. Once you open that Gmail in another device, you must have received a alert that you are using this device or you have opened your Gmail into this device. So these are two-way authentication feature you can use. Always go through by the mail header. If you have received mail from my side, go through by the header. Track the passage from where you have received. It may be spoof email. Never download, never respond any spams. Okay, never respond to junk mails. Okay, never open attachment directly. So you can browse, you can use your Gmail very safely if you are aware about these things.
Yes, thank you very much. Overshot the time, but I think we can go further for 5-6 minutes. There are lot many questions to be answered. I'll just take quickly these questions. This is a question from Viral Tripathi. Could you tell us about cyber attacks from other countries like China and Pakistan? And I will add to it that Russia, biggest attacks come from Russia. Yes, sir.
So I want to share my screen also again. Okay, I'm just want to share screen. I want to show something, sir. Please allow me to share screen. 2 minutes only.
There is one connected question to it. It is in Q&A box from Tajamul Islam.
Yes, sir.
Best available means to protect ourselves from cyber attacks in personal capacity.
I don't know why it's not working, but okay. You can browse this website, that is threatmap.checkpoint.com. So these, yes, it is, here it is. These are live cyber attacks. If you go to by
Okay.
this website,
So if you could use your mic.
yeah, you can browse this website, that is threatmap.checkpoint.com. These are, it is showing the live cyber threat, live cyber
Okay.
attacks. Okay. This website is showing the live cyber attack. So in India, we have faced so many cyber attacks regarding nuclear plant attack. Okay, regarding so many cyber terrorism attack, like Pakistan, they have hacked our government MHA websites on 15th August, 26th Jan. Even in safe, we have also hacked their websites also. Okay, on 14th August. So we have so many. We have also cyber army here. So, but there are so many vulnerabilities I have discussed earlier also regarding your second question regarding how to maintain means security. Because if you are means if you are having laptop, never use pirated software. Use original Windows 10. Okay, never use Windows 7. Never use Windows XP. Now Microsoft is not providing any patch. Use original software. No pirated software. Please don't use pirated software. Use original software. Keep updating your softwares. Use antivirus, latest updated antivirus, ransomware system. Keep backup always. Okay. Browse always websites these with HTTPS, like hypertext transfer protocol. Never respond spams. Keep updating your systems. So these are some points you have to keep in your mind for safety. These are live cyber attacks, sir. Total 5,685,686 attacks on this day. Now US 2 Israel. So you can check at yourself, sir. You can check it.
Right.
It's an important, very important website. Regarding mobile, I have shared that I have requested that use SIM card password, use password. Okay, don't use your face recognition. It's not safe. Use password. Use SIM card password. Okay. Then never use auto media download system. Means if you like in WhatsApp in gallery, always click then download. It must be downloaded directly to. Must not be downloaded directly to your gallery. If you are browse, if you have gone through by that content, then click it, then save to your gallery. Auto download must be disabled.
Right. This is a question from Mr. Mirza Mohiuddin Beg. How to lodge cyber complaints anonymously?
You can go through by cybercrime.gov.in. There is a MHA portal, and they are providing two types of platforms. That if you want to go anonymous, you can file a complaint anonymously, and if you want to not to want to anonymous, you can log in. You can insert all details to there. So cybercrime.gov.in is an important portal pertaining to anonymous complaint.
Right, sir. So these are two interesting questions. One from the same participant, Mirza Mohiuddin Beg, and one is from Hilal Loan. They want to know about any special diploma courses apart from LLB course, where one can get certification in cyber laws and cyber forensics. And how is the cyber law as a career for budding lawyers?
Yeah, it's a great, because in every means in every crime there will be IT Act. It's like a satellite act. Now it's a satellite act, like digital evidence, ICT. So every crime will be having a IT Act part. Okay, so cyber crime is a very important part, and we will be having IoT, Internet of Things, then machine learning, AI, automation car, how it has been hacked, again IT Act. Okay, who has stolen the data, again IT Act. So it's good. And regarding your diploma part, that you can go through by the NALSA, NLSUI Bangalore course, good courses. Both are covering vast syllabus. Like regarding forensic part, Ms. Nagrata ma'am is very excellent ma'am there is heading the NLSU Bangalore cyber division. So you can go through by that diploma from NLSUI Bangalore. That is cyber and cyber forensics part.
Thank you. Thank you. This information would be very useful to them. And I know for a fact that there are many lawyers now who are thriving on just cyber law practice.
Yes.
And many of them have now become cyber experts also. They have started dealing in cyber forensics also.
Yes.
And about ma'am, Dr. A. Nagaratna, we had two programs conducted by MLNJN.
Yes, yes.
So just 2-3 days before, there was message from her that there is some certification course, which probably they'll be sending links also, and probably I can share with these all participants. They can do these certification courses also. So about these questions are about identifying the fake websites or fake links and how to authenticate them. And this question from Vedansh Pandey, what is the name of website to check the links? We already have told it's totalvirus.com.
Yes, yes.
Right. This is question from Mr. Mahesh Kumar. Sir, if any hacker leaks personal chat or any other personal media of any individual without any criminal intent, can this act be considered as a crime? And I would add to it that lot many media channels are leaking lot many this WhatsApp chats, and so it's if it is without mens rea, so can it still be called as offense?
No, it's not an offense. But if they have accessed your system under IT Act and rules, we have discussed the section 72. Section 72 means violation of privacy and confidentiality. So if somebody has accessed your system authorizedly and he has disclosed your content without your permission, then it is an offense, non-cognizable offense. That is section 72. And if there is an lawful contract with your company, telecom company, or bank, and they have disclosed your content, then regarding hacker, it may be ethical or non-ethical. If ethical, if you have permitted any hacker to come to your company and ask him that to check vulnerability of your system, you have authorized to identify any vulnerability of your company, and he has taken away some content and he has disclosed. Now he is liable. He has taken away without permission. He has downloaded the content, and now he has passed that content to another company. Then he will boot under section 66B also, the person who has received that content also. So there is intention part clearly, because he have commercially exploited. So if he has not commercially exploited, you have cyber contravention part, IT secretary part. You can file a complaint before IT secretary. If there is no dishonest fraudulent intention, but you have suffered loss, you can still file a complaint before IT secretary for your compensation part.
Right. Thank you. This is a question from Ms. Geeta Kumari. How to go for safe transaction while shopping online? I think you have touched upon this aspect as well. Right. So this question is from Sophia. After having so much of cyber risk, do we have any cyber insurance? Very interesting question.
Yes. So many companies have started cyber insurance. Bajaj, Tata AIG, they have started cyber insurance. The challenge is the cyber insurance surveyor. They have to come, they have to visit your system. There are some auditors who audit your systems. They provide a report that we have checked these systems. They all are secured, robust. Then after checking your system, then they cover your insurance part. Even banks are always having your per day limit insurance. The banks is also having your credit card, debit card, per day insurance. Okay, so we have insurance companies which are working on this. So you can avail these opportunities for your cyber insurance if you are having any IT company and any type of data. If you are handling another person's data also, if you can avail cyber insurance. We have so many companies regarding cyber insurance.
So thank you. So this is very useful information that we can have insurance in cyberspace also. So that can be at least some kind of protection to us. This is question from Vedansh Pandey. When we talk about section 42 and its requirements of filing application, do we have to pay court fee, etc.? And what if the person is indigent?
Yeah. Very important part. Very important part. A very good question. Regarding this, you can file before the court competent IT secretary. I am unable to pay this court fees. The court fees will be adjusted at the time of the compensation awarded against the company, against that fellow person. And there is no provision regarding this, but still he can file a complaint and he can request the IT secretary for this favor.
Yes, so thank you very much. There are a few more questions, but I think we have covered those questions in these questions and deliberations. So I'll not take these questions for now. So thank you very much. Oh, it was very, very useful deliberation from you. And like I said, Madam Ms. Sindhu Sharma ji is there. Sometimes we have some connection problems also. I'll check whether we still have ma'am with us. Yes, ma'am. Justice Sindhu Sharma ji. Please, ma'am. Yes, please.
Mr. Nisheeth Dubey and Mr. Rajiv Gupta and all the participants. It was indeed very enlightening session. Considering our reliance on the digital and the internet and these medium in today's time, we have all started relying. Our courts have become virtual courts. Our pleadings, everything is now totally centered on these communication form and new form, like they said, technology. But the difficult part is, like, for all of us, including me, is every time something pops up in the screen and says, I agree, you agree to this, and this application will start without realizing, without understanding what all we are agreeing to. In the matter of minutes, we just click it because we are not aware. That awareness is lacking, that knowledge is lacking, that information is lacking. Since as Mr. Gupta had said, we started with computers a little late in our life. With our children, they are starting with class 1 only. So their knowledge, their adaptability to the system is more. But having said that, what all you have said for us to protect ourselves, because we are very happy considering the fact that we are able to mail, we are able to download, we are able to print, we are able to use Gmail, we are able to open applications and use internet surface. But this has also become a problem because everything that we do can be recorded, can be taken, can be used without our permission, which may not be permissible. So all these factors have to be taken into consideration. And as you rightly said, a lot of efforts have to be made at our end to make our knowledge, make our information, make our devices secure. Firstly, to protect ourselves. And secondly, to be aware that in case they are being used without a permission, to what all we can resort to and how convenient it is to use these methods to be able to create a havoc in somebody's life, professionally, corporate or otherwise. Thank you so much. It was indeed a very enlightening session. We look forward because as Mr. Gupta rightly said, although you have very ably covered all the sections and given us an entire overview of the Act, still these need a little detailed discussions because we are very new at it.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Rajiv.
Thank you, Justice Sindhu Sharma ji. Your words are very precious to us. we couldn't see your video, but definitely what we have heard from you is very encouraging. And I think we can plan a standalone session.
Mr. Gupta, I've only been able to connect through my
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So it's always a connectivity issue in our part of country. So maybe the things would improve in near future. So I'll try to have a standalone session for cyber forensics. So it's very interesting field and this enlightening field. So by knowing about cyber forensic, we can even protect ourselves. We can know about the tools by which we can protect our privacy, protect our data. So let me plan about it, and I'll talk to Honorable the Chief Justice, who is very willing to do these kind of programs. So we'll definitely try to have this program. So once again, thank you, Mr. Nisheeth Dixit, for your wonderful deliberations. Although time was very limited, but still you have covered a lot. Thank you very much. And my special thanks to Honorable Ms. Justice Sindhu Sharma-ji for being present and for guiding us through this session. So thank you all the participants. Thank you for your patience and your pertinent questions, which have ably been answered by Mr. Nisheeth. So thank you very much, and looking forward to having wonderful sessions and series of programs which we are having for law interns. So with this, we'll conclude this program, and all the best to you, all of you. Thank you very much.